Well, go on, people. Check the reasoning. I come to talk about this Grammy situation thing with the Marleys them. Again, it's another year. Again, me have to talk about them people, yeah. But I want to tell you another thing, right? Them I talk about the Marley them. Who do not own the Grammy? Who do not own the Grammy? Ziggy Marley, the Grammy that belongs to you. The Grammy that belongs to you. But when I have to check the reasoning, Ziggy Marley and his people and them is on the Grammy committee. You understand? Now, in 2025, did Bob Marley deserve to get that Grammy? Not really. Because here what? That is a soundtrack of a movie. That should have been the best album reggae artist category. And a soundtrack for a movie should not, yes, it can be nominated. Soundtrack win Grammy all the time, but not for best reggae album. The best reggae album is supposed to go to an artist, not a collective of artists from a movie. Or the soundtrack. So that soundtrack represents Bob Marley movie. So every artist on that album is not reciprocating the same award. Only for now, hear me. The Marley and them has been controlling this reggae category thing for a long time. And it's not their fault because they're upholding their legacy that their father have left for them. You understand? So at the same time, it's not really their fault. Them just do what naturally comes. But they're taking the piss. That's the difference. That reggae category album is supposed to go to another artist who is well deserving. If you have like that album supposed to be in the best soundtrack movie category, that's what that album is supposed to be in for the Grammys, not as a reggae album. The music that was on the test was reggae, but but it was not individual artists. You understand? It's supposed to be in the soundtrack movie category. You understand what I'm saying? Trying to say to you? That's what that album's supposed to be in. It's not supposed to be in a reggae category album of an artist showcasing his talent and his work that he has put together for this particular project. This is why the Marleys are always getting a bit of backlash. And through them about Marley Pitney and Ray. Yes, but at the same time, that's not necessarily wrong. Because they're Bob Marley Pitney, that's why they can get away with it. And the Grammy committee and these people, because most of those people don't understand how the culture of reggae and dancehall work. Them not say, oh, Ziggy Marley, okay, well, he might start out that Grammy part then because Ziggy is a part of the Grammy committee. You understand? Anytime one of the Marleys then put out an album or anything like that, them always are going to win it. Not always, because here what people are make the argument because here what because Coffee win Grammy, Jesse Royal win Grammy. So we are gonna tell me say Marley alone. Predominantly yes, the Marleys would win it, but Coffee win Grammy too. Jesse Royal will Grammy, Beanie Man win Grammy. You know what I mean? Most of these reggae artists are not filing and putting in there because you have to pay for your Grammy nominations. You have to submit your album and your work, and you have to pay for that submission for them to okay, well, Cartel, Sincere, such and such. Okay, yeah, you know what I mean? And there was one European band that win Grammy already for reggae category. You understand? So it's a very play and pay dynamics that we're having right here with this Grammy situation and reggae music. Beenie Man win Grammy. You know what I mean? There's a lot of artists that win Grammy, but predominantly the Marley and them controlling this Grammy thing right now. Them say Chronix was supposed to win the Grammy and Stony Hill, Damien Gang win it. But they're not looking at who had the most hype sometimes. Like that particular time, Chronix had the most hype as the new roots reggae artist. And he was all over. He was performing everywhere. Jimmy Fallon, America, everywhere. And that time, Junior Gong did drop Stony Hill. And that album was really good. Stony Hill album was really good. But guess what? Chronic's album was really better. Is it Chronology or something like that? It was called. I can't remember. You know, correct me in the comment section. But them say Chronic's was supposed to win that Grammy. I listened both album. The production and the Stony Hill was a bit better, to be honest with you, because you know what I mean. But the overall aspect of the albums, production wise, Stony Hill was better, but musically, Chronic's was better. For the new generation of new roots reggae coming through, but Stony Hill was also very musically good, and the production was better, but musically overall, Chronology or Chronic's album was better. You understand? And he was supposed to win that Grammy. But when you have your brother on the Grammy committee, you evidently will win the Grammy. Case in point, Junior Gong. Sorry. Yeah. You know what I mean? But other side of things said. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They must say, well, them fight out Chronics or whatsoever out of music. That's when you're not from Chronics again. Chronics should not listen to these type of silly rumors, because you're the wickedest thing. Chronics probably slowed down on the music, not because of he didn't win a Grammy or them fight them out. Chronics was doing music before even, you know what I mean, before even had a stool to put him things on. So that has nothing to do with Chronic's now. Chronic's probably work ethic probably just slow down. You have more responsibility, wife, pitney, and all of these things, and it's more probably take a back role into more productions and signing other artists and performing on his old hits that he's had. But to say, well, Chronic's, Damian Marley and the Marley fight out Chronic's out of music is a fallacy. Chronic's probably work ethic slow down. Them man in a shorter studio, none at all. It have YouTube Chronics, them man they can put up them thing every minute. Adidas and them was sponsoring Chronics all the time. You know what I mean? So the Marleys have nothing to do with Chronics musically declining. That have nothing to do with all them fight out Chronics. Yes, they are gatekeepers. Them can make one and two call, but them not gonna fight out Chronics like that. That are silliness. That are silly rumors. Uneducated individuals always stirring up. But the situation is with Chronic's is this. He was just a bit more laid back after losing and the hype, and never put up more the work ethic. You know what I mean? To be producing more quality music. The same thing with Coffee. Coffee right now, what them I deal with? She not deal with nothing. Me say she pregnant the other day, but even if she a breeder or not, you man. No, we're not going at the rumors things, but as far as the Grammy situation go, the Marleys and them think them own it. And rightfully so. Rightfully so. Them father set the foundation and them capitalize on it, and they make millions of the merchandise. And they make the Grammy, them all sponsor the Grammy as well. Them put money in the Grammys. The Marleys and certain, the Jacksons, the Beatles, and certain type of families have a significant voice in the Grammys. You know it and I know that. The Jacksons, yeah. I think because Michael Jackson dead, Tito and them, the Jackson family now have a say in the Grammy and them thing there. Yeah, man. The Marleys and them have a say in the Grammy. The Beatles and them have a say in the Grammy. Certain individuals have talk in certain things. You understand? That's how it goes. Marley and them, listen, at the end of the day is this, right? Yes, what they're doing is a bit unfair. They know it and I know it and you know it. It's not a big secret. You understand? With the Marley and them, but them said Jesse Royal album was produced by the Marleys. That's why him win it. You know what I mean? Well, the Protege get a Grammy. Did I don't even know if I forgot check that one with Protege. Me say Kabaka period the nominate. I don't know if him get Grammy. But there's a lot of artists always get Grammy. Not all the time the Marleys and them might get Grammy. Most majority of the time, if them in the category, them will get it. But not all the time they might get it. So people argument is this: whenever them get nominated, evidently them win it. Nobody ever win over them. If them not in the category, if they not put out a project within that time period of execution of the Grammy, then it don't make no sense them have nominate them. But the Bob Marley album was good, but My case in point is this, that Bob Marley album should not be in that category. That Bob Marley album, as for a Grammy, should be the best movie soundtrack album category. That's what that album's supposed to be in. You understand? One Love movie soundtrack. That's what that album is. If you put out a new project with Bob Marley, I say this is unreleased music for such and such, and we put it out as a Bob Marley project, and it's a Bob Marley songs that we remake and put together, and then yes, you may have a point in this argument for say, you know what, this was the better album, reggae album. Then we can understand that. But don't just give me a soundtrack from a movie and say this is the best reggae album. No. No. This is why people are lick out on the Marley them, because it's an arms out to not deal with, and it's true, that's the arms house thing. Make care if it was the better album or not. It's not supposed to be in the best album category because it's not an individual artist. That's a movie soundtrack album. Even if you give it to Sincere or somebody else, it wouldn't be, you know what I mean? Or you give it to Cartel. I don't think the Cartel would have winning so, because Film Project was good, but it wasn't, you know what I mean? Yeah. But it was a bit disappointed. I was a bit disappointed with the Marleys them this time, regardless of what. Even if it was a better album, in a business. You know what I mean? The thing is that people that say, oh, them think them own music and them think them own the genre. Well, they do. Who own reggae music than them? Who have talk in a reggae music than the Marleys? When big international people are come interview people, you think them are, listen, we not talk Cartel and them man there. We are talk big international Forbes magazines, when them big multi-million-dollar people are interview reggae from the culture, them are go straight to the Marley first. We not talk the little Vice magazine and them little fandangles there when them are going to interview man. We not talk them little corner media, them thing there. We are talking Forbes magazine or GQ and them thing there, interview people. You know what I mean? Them type of Hollywood movie type of thing there. Musical entity. Would them interview them and go straight to the Marleys? Them not go to nobody else. You think them go interview Cartel? You think GQ magazine are going to interview Cartel over Damian Marley or Ziggy Marley? I'm telling you this today. They are the royal family of Jamaica. You understand? The royal family of Jamaica.